everyone, this is Shelby Larson, and I wanted to create a quick video to help you understand Hummingbird and the nature of intentional search. And I apologize, I have a cold, and so I may be a little bit difficult to understand, but I will power through it. So this is a slide from a couple of keynotes I've done recently, and talking through Hummingbird, because one of the mistakes that people make is thinking that Hummingbird is an algorithm change along the same nature as Panda or Penguin or Pigeon. And each of those are algorithm changes. Now, an algorithm change is, in essence, Google's way of figuring out how to provide the searcher with exactly what they're looking for, right? They have, I don't even want to guess how many searches going on all the time, and Google's algorithms are all about providing the searchers with what they're looking for. Google is a business, and I find it easier to understand the concepts behind changes that they make when I think about searchers as their members, right? Like they're paid members. So when you have a membership, you only want to put the best content in front of them. You want them to keep using you, and so you're really picky about what you put in front of them, and Google's no different. And so they're all, he's always trying to constantly find the right and appropriate matches for the searches. And now Panda and Penguin and Pigeon, which serve their purposes, and I won't go into what those purposes were for this video, were changes to the search engine algorithm. Now, Hummingbird is not. Hummingbird is the search engine. So for the first time since 2001, Google actually rebuilt their entire search engine, and that's what Hummingbird is. So in essence, when you think about the search engine as an engine, right? So all of these algorithm changes, Panda, Penguin, and Pigeon, would be pieces on that engine. And if I knew 3 pieces of an engine right off the top of my head, I could make that comparison for you: a spark plug, a fuel pump, what's the third one? I don't even know. A gasket? Is that part of an engine, right? So these could be parts of that engine that keep it moving. But Hummingbird is actually the new engine, right? So this is search. So it would make sense that if Google's going to take the time to rebuild its entire search dynamic, that's probably the way that they're going and leaning towards. And so it's really important to understand why they built Hummingbird and what the main point is, because if you're going to market yourself successfully and have your message and voice heard and hopefully create great sales, you need to understand that. So let's talk for a second about the big why behind Hummingbird. Again, as I mentioned, it's the first rebuild since 2001, and it's really all about understanding the intention of the searcher, right? So, previously, if people put in, where do I find an iPhone 5, it looks at each of those individual words and puts results in front of you that match those words, where now Google's trying to figure out what's the intention of the question. And more importantly, where they're trying to go, and I'm going to demonstrate here in a second, is where, they're stringing together multiple searches back to back, trying to understand what you're searching for. And once they get that fully in place, it's going to have extreme impact on how you're marketing and whether you're successful or not. So understanding it now is very important. The reason we're having such great success with our clients is we already market to the intention, and we're saving our clients thousands of dollars by achieving results for a lot less money, just because we understand the direction that Hummingbird's trying to go, that Google's trying to go. Conversational search, it's all about conversation for Google. Why, what are people talking about? What questions are they asking? How are they asking it? We tend to find that our clients often know who their target audience is and know what their pain points are, but they don't necessarily know how they're asking it or why, or more importantly, what Google thinks their intention is, right? So the why is very, very important behind this. So I'm going to attempt to show you what I'm talking about with Google's voice search. Now, it's a little wonky, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but let me go ahead and give you an example. So we'll move this off to the side, and as you can see, the Google search bar has this little microphone, and when you click on that, it allows you to search verbally. And Google has the intentional chain searching turned on for the verbal search, that they don't have turned on to the type search yet because the sophistication isn't there, but that's the direction they're going. So it's a crapshoot when I try this. Let's see. Here we go. Barack Obama.
According to Wikipedia, Barack Hussein Obama II is the 44th and current president of the United States.
Right, so I'm going to go ahead and click through it. It understood me. So I'm going to go ahead and click through a couple of these sites, because the important thing is how I tell Google, yes, you got it right, this is what I was searching for, is by clicking through, right? Otherwise it thinks, oh man, she didn't even click on any of those sites. Maybe she was actually looking for something different, right? So that's that. But so here's where it gets to be a crapshoot. Let's see if this will work. How many children does he have?
Barack Obama's children are Natasha Obama and Malia and Obama.
Now, so I want to again say, yes, Google, you got it right. You see I was looking for Barack Obama's children, even though the question I asked was how many children does he have, right? So let's click on one of these, like, oh, Obama's siblings. Maybe I thought I was talking about that, right? So you just, I'm clicking through to let you know. Now, by comparison, let's do a side-by-side traditional search. So first, let's do Barack Obama. Okay, came up with the same thing. Yes, this is who I'm interested in hearing about. Thank you for bringing it to me. Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to say, how many children does he have? So as you can see, it just brought up whatever the main optimized search results are for the question, how many children does he have? Because Google's looking at this question independently. Whereas when we did it on the verbal search, Google linked how many children does he have to the question I asked before, which was just Barack Obama. So let me see if I can take it a step further. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. What is his wife's name? Okay, so this one went generic, right? So this just went to what is his nice name. It couldn't figure that out. Let me try. Who is his wife?
According to Wikipedia, for the opera, see The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat.
Totally
The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat and Other Clinical Tales is a 1985 book by neurologist Oliver Sacks describing the case histories of some of his patients.
Yeah, so it's, oh wait, down here, United States presidential pets. So it's starting to kind of put it together, right? So anyway, you see my point. Another example I like to do is, where can I buy wine near me?
Here are the listings for buy wine.
So it's funny, I don't even drink alcohol, but okay, so it's showing me places near where I am currently that I can buy wine, right? Like it recognizes I'm in Austin. So how about I ask, which is the best one? Perfect, and it took me to sites rating wines so that I would know which one's the right one. Now, obviously, I don't need to waste your time in this video, but if I went over here and typed the same things, which is the best one, would not bring up anything to do with wine. So my point in going over this with you is that intention is the future of search. And it's not just enough to understand what your target market's searching for. It's really important to understand why, how they're actually wording it, and most importantly, what does Google think their pain point is? Why do they think they're searching? And you're structuring, you need to structure the content on your site, your offerings, your funnels, everything based around this intention, and you will kill it in marketing heads and tails above your competitors for a lot less money if you can really wrap your head around how to do that. All right, again, this is Shelby Larson with Content Divas and Ember Dragon, and I hope you find this useful.